guys, as you can see by the title, I am doing something that I have never done before, and that is read 200 pages a day. I won't say that I've never done it before, because I probably have and not really noticed it, but I have never vlogged myself reading 200 pages a day. So I am pretty nervous about it, because I know I probably like start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, and it might equal up to like 200 pages a day, but I don't know. I'm just very nervous about this challenge that I have put myself in, reading 200 pages a day. So with this being my first time actually doing this, I will not go for a week. I will only go for like 3 or 4 days. So at least until I get myself gravitated to like reading 200 pages a day with you guys. So the first book that we are going to start with is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. We will be starting reading this book today, 200 pages for today. Like I said, guys, I am super nervous about this challenge, but we're gonna do it. We are going to do this challenge because I love to read. I love to read different books per day, even though I'm not finished with one of them, however, but I love to read books. So we're going to read at least, I would say, what, 2 or 3 books within 3 days, or at least start them. So y'all join me for this challenge and drop down in the comments. Let me know if you guys have ever done this challenge before and how did you survive it. There is another challenge, a couple of other challenges that I want to do soon. I really got to set my mind to one of them, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang, and that is a 24-hour reading vlog. I am so stinking scared of that one. So that will be probably the last challenge I ever try to do. But the other one that I would like to do is trading my screen time for reading time. I think I can do that for like over a week's period. So that's my next thing, is trading my screen time for reading time, because I know that I spend a lot of time on my phone. So that'll be an interesting challenge to do, because we will look together and see how much my screen time is. And I'm just so wondering how bad I stay on my phone than doing anything else at certain points of a day, or however, you know, the screen time accumulates your screen time. So if you guys are interested, stick with me. Let's read these 2 or 3 books in 2 or 3 days, reading 200 pages a day on each one of them. And I think like at the beginning of each day that I will give you guys an update on the book that I read the previous day, and then the last day we will talk about any of the books that I finished, or I will just give you an update on all 3 books that I am actually in the middle of reading. So hopefully I will be able to finish at least 1 or 2 books out of this reading 200 pages a day, and I'll be able to give you guys my honest book review on those books. So guys, I got a lot to do. I got to finish one of my book club books. I got to read 200 pages a day. I have my TBRs that I have to read, and I am so super excited to do all of these things with you guys, because you are my family and I love reading with all of you. So let's start this reading challenge, y'all. And if this interests you of any kind, if you would subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell. That way you will know whenever I do all of these different challenges. You can give me recommendations of challenges and videos that you would like for me to do. And guys, I have not set my mind on it yet, but drop down in the comments and let me know how many of you guys will be interested in doing a reading sprint with me. I want to do a reading sprint where I'm online with you guys while we read and we chat at the same time. And then also I just have in my mind and in my spirit to do just a reading vlog. And what I mean by reading vlog on this note is I just want to sit and you guys just read y'all books along with me while I read my book and annotate in my book. I feel like we will get so much reading done. I feel like we will have so much fun doing the exact same thing together at that exact same time. So I have a lot on my to-do list. I have a lot of videos, ideas that I would like to start and do. And of course, all the other things that us content creators do. I am a full-time respiratory therapist, so I will be doing a lot of this stuff throughout the time that I'm not working and just all the things, guys. But I am so excited now that I am actually talking to you guys to start this 200 pages a day, and we're starting today. So guys, let's start reading on We Were Liars. I don't know, I think Family of Liars. I don't know, is this the second book or the first book in that in this series? But I've read Family of Liars already, so I think this is the first book in it. So We Are Liars by E. Lockhart. So guys, let's start reading this book. I'm so excited because the book that I read, Family of Liars, was actually pretty good. So I'm interested to see how lost or how much my mind will be like, oh, I already knew that. Oh, so that's how they actually, you know, were friends or just whatever. And you guys, I don't know if you guys like to do that or not, but I kind of mistakenly did this. Read the second book before I read the first book because I think this is the first book. But it's kind of interesting. I want to see how I feel about the first book, being that I've read the second book. So guys, let's start We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. And let's get 200 pages read. We're going to smash this challenge. I know we are. Let's go.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. I don't think so. No, 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 no. Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday it'll all work out. Maybe someday you'll have it your way. Maybe someday it'll all work out. Until then, nope, a nope, a nope, a nope. Definitely nope, a nope, nope, a nope. Probably never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen. Oh no.
so it is the next day. Remember, we were reading We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I've read Family of Liars. I think that is the second book to this little 2-book series, and I thought it would kind of like mess me up because I read the second book first. You know, sometimes when you're reading series, like, it can kind of like spoil the first book, but it has not done that to me. Like, this book right here is just as good as the second book. This book is actually like bringing all of what was going on in the second book together. I am 29% in. I'm like on page 53, 63. So I am really enjoying this book. But today we are going to start another book that I have been longing to read. I have seen this book all over Kalila D's page, and I finally got it on a sale from Target. It is called The Song of Alkalies. I'm not sure how to actually say that name. So we have not started this book yet, so we will start this book together. It says, Alkalies, the best of the Greek, son of the cruel sea goddess, and the legendary king Pelias, is strong, swift, and beautiful, irresistible to all who meet him. Pelias, ooh, y'all, it's a gnat, is an awkward young prince exiled from his homeland after an act of shocking violence. Brought together by chance, they forge an inseparable bond. Despite risking the gods' wrath, they are trained by the centaur in the arts of war and medicine, but the Greek are called upon to lay siege to Troy in her name. Seduced by the promise of a glorious destiny, Alkalies, if that's how you say that name, y'all, joins their cause, and torn between love and fear of his friend, Pelias follows. Little do they know that the cruel fates will test them both as never before and demand a terrible sacrifice. So guys, this is very out of my norm, but Kalila D talks about this book so highly, and I have the audio to go with this book. So I'm hoping that I will enjoy this book reading along with the audio, because this is not my typical genre. But as you know, this year I am actually stepping out of my genre little bubble, and you know, I started historical fiction, which I started reading Kristen Hanna's books, and I have been loving that so far. I read The Librarian by Maria Benedict, and I am just loving some of the historical fiction. I have not really gotten into historical romance yet. I don't know if that's going to be a historical type book that I will read. It seems like historical romance might be a little boring, but I'm not sure because I have not started that yet. So if you guys have any great historical romance books that you guys feel like I should start off with, just drop it down in the comments and let me know, and I will definitely check those books out. And along with reading today on this little nice Saturday, I am actually also looking at my favorite YouTuber, Shaughnessy. So we will listen to Shaughnessy, we will listen to our audiobook, and we will start reading this one, and we will try to finish up When We Were Liars. So let's just read, y'all.
Screaming eyes, and last I will hold me. Can you get me off? Will you get me off? Never get me off. I felt the pain as they lay their roses on me. But I called my world, forgot my mind. Can't find my way around it.
all the lies and all the lines about time you told me. Can you get me off? Will you get me off? Never get me off. I felt the rain, the building sinking to me. Back on my walls, fog out my mind. Can't find my way around. It comes calling down. I want that overrated fever almond in the air again. Education boldly stated, it's a prize. Chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me. It's all that I know. It's all that I know. It's all that I know. It's all chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me, chemicalize me.
Alright, y'all, so I am 8 chapters into the Song of Achilles, and it was kind of a slow burn for me at first. I was like, what have I got myself into? But as we got to chapter 7, things start to pick up. And what I mean by pick up is pick up in the queer like vibe. So I was like, oh my god, like wow. So basically this book just is about gods and kings. When I did notice that it was about gods and kings, I kind of thought about the Gladiator. Like, this book kind of puts me in the mind of excuse me, it kind of put me in the mind of movies like The Gladiator and Hercules. So Pillis, I think that's how you say his name, Perillus, he it's like his mom died, so he was put in like different situations that he really didn't want to be in at a certain age, at a young age, and then something happened, and so he was actually like sent away, and that is how he actually met Achilles. So things is starting to really pick up with this book. At first I thought this book was gonna be like, I don't know, maybe like this is just not a genre for me. But things are really actually starting to pick up. I can't say too much at this point because like I'm only in chapter 8 on page 68. So you know I got 200 pages to read today. So, but I really think I'm gonna like this book. I like the vibe in this book. I like the setting in this book, and like it's really not boring me to death. It's like, you know, if you like movies like Hercules and Gladiator, like you really can understand like the way this book is going with the kings and the goddesses and like the women wearing the veils and all that kind of stuff. So I really can't say exactly how I feel about this book at the moment because I'm too early into this book, but chapter 8 really is getting me into this book. So let's start back reading. Hey friends, so yesterday was Sunday, guys. Today is Monday. Happy Monday. Happy beginning of another work week. But yesterday I did not vlog anything. I was actually busy doing like housework and doing other little things that I enjoy doing, like creative journaling, book journaling, and just cleaning up my house. And then me and my family, we had an early movie yesterday that started at 4:30. We went to see Smile 2. It was okay. I think I like Smile 1 better than I like Smile 2. But Smile 2 was actually pretty good. I love the actors that was in that movie and just the storyline itself as far as a movie. But I don't know. I think I kind of like Smile better than I like Smile 2. But I can say it seems like there won't be a Smile 3. And it's just because of the way it ended. But I don't know. I think it might be a Smile 3 though, because the person did exactly what the person was supposed to do. So I think that little spirit rider or whatever will actually like keep into host, because especially because of where she actually died at. I'm gonna say that. So if you haven't looked at Smile 2, go look at Smile 2. It is actually a pretty good movie. I would suggest that you guys go to, because I have gotten spoiled, y'all. So I would suggest you guys go to like a movie theater where they can lay back the seats and all this, that, and the other and just enjoy a movie. But, so I didn't vlog yesterday. Like I said, I was busy. I am so sorry about that. But I did finish both books. So remember, we were reading We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and then we read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. So I actually did finish both of these books yesterday, and this one I think I gave a 4-star. I really did enjoy this book, y'all. I read Family of Liars first, and I thought that it probably was going to like mess me up because I read the second book first, but it actually did not. This one right here really just pieced together Family of Liars. So this one is just pretty much about the girl. She was a Sinclair, and like something happened while she was, I think she was a teenager. Okay guys, so I did a little bit too much, so I kind of spoiled the book. So we're going to do this over. I'm going to read the book description from the back of the book, and it says, or on Goodreads, it says, a beautiful and distinguished family, a private island, a brilliant, damaged girl, a passionate political boy, a group of 4 friends, the liars whose friendship turned destructive, a revolution, an accident, a secret, lies upon lies, true love, the truth. And then at the very end, y'all, it says, and if anybody asks you how it ends, just lie. Lord, y'all, this book was so good. At the end, that's when the book all came together. So this book was exciting for me. This book was a page turner for me. I was just always wondering like what is gonna happen next. I loved this book. So I would suggest that you guys read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, and the actual second book to this series is Family of Liars. So I really did enjoy this book. I gave this book a 4-star on Goodreads. This one right here, A Song of Achilles. This one is more of like a historical fiction book. It is about like God, goddesses, kings, and queens, the immortal fame, and the human heart. So this one was about a prince named Achilles, and then this other guy named Paralis. I think that's how you say his name. I don't remember how they pronounced it in the audio. But so This one right here pretty much just reminded me of like Hercules and Gladiator. And you can also look at the cover and see, like, if you first look at that cover, I feel like that is the first thing that this book should remind you of. This was a book that I seen on Kalila D's page. She really did like this book, to my understanding, if I remember correctly. Quote me if I'm wrong. But it was just pretty much about Achilles and that other guy. The guy, his mom died at an early age. He was forced to do things at a young age, and he really did not want to do it. So something happened, and he ended up doing something that got him sent away. So he was sent away to this place, and that's where he met the Prince Achilles. And things start to spark between him and the Prince Achilles, and then like all the war and all that kind of stuff, like that kind of like happens on Gladiator. That happened and went on in the book, and I can't really explain, but if you guys have seen Gladiator, Hercules and stuff like that, you would kind of pretty much understand what I mean about like the war was going on, you know, people invading castles. The prince is really like, one of the princes, or the prince is really like, you know, being dominant, like all the things of like a Gladiator movie or Hercules series. But I actually ended up really liking this book. When I first started reading, it was a slow burn for me, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this book. But the audio made the whole difference, and I really did enjoy this book, and I'm glad that I actually picked this book up. But I think I gave this book a 3-star because this is really not my genre. So if I start reading books like this more from this type of genre, maybe, and I don't know, y'all, is it like, can't be literary fiction? I don't know, I have to look it up. But if I start to read more books like this, hopefully like I can give it a better star read than I did this time, because like this is my first time reading it, and this is just really not the type of genre that I am used to reading. But I did enjoy the book. I'm glad that I picked it up, and I'm glad that I was able to read this book. So with that being said, this is our, oh excuse me y'all, it's our last day on this vlog, reading 200 pages a day. So we started on what day? Friday. So between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we finished 2 books. So I can clearly say I read 200 pages a day, right? I think so, because I actually finished the books. So today is the last day of this reading 200 pages a day. Y'all, I am so proud of myself because I feel like I did a really good job. But I really want to do this vlog again, but do it on like a longer week and see how I actually fare with doing that. But anyway, today's book is The New Couple in 5B. I have actually started this book already. I am on page, as far as like where I left the bookmark, but I think I am a little bit farther, on page 22. I'm actually kind of liking this book so far. It kind of popped off very fast. Like things started happening in the very first chapter of this book, and I love a book like that. Like this is pretty much a thriller, and I love when thrillers actually start popping off in the first chapter or the first 2 chapters of a book, because that's how I feel like a thriller should be. Like it's not a thriller if it's a slow burn. So y'all tell me what y'all think. If it's a thriller, do y'all really think it should be like a slow burn in the beginning of the book? I don't feel like it should be. I feel like a thriller should pop that person's attention when they first started reading the chapters. And that's kind of like what this book has done for me. So I'm very, very excited to finish reading this book. I actually want to annotate in this book, because in the first chapter of this book, I've seen a lot of things that I would like to refer back to and remember. So I will be annotating in this book, and I'm just hoping that I really, really enjoy this book. So This book synopsis says, a couple inherited an apartment with a spine-tingling past and this haunting and propulsive thriller. I told you. Rosie and Chad are barely making ends meet in New York City when they received life-changing news. Chad's late uncle has left them his luxury apartment at the historical Windermere in glamorous Murray Hill. With its pre-war elegance and ununiformed doorman, the building is the epitome of old New York charm. One would almost never suspect the dark history lurking behind its perfectly maintained facade. At first, the building and its electric tenants couldn't feel more welcoming. But as Lawns settle into their new home, Rosie starts to suspect that there's more to the Windermere than meets the eye. Why is the doorman ever present? Why are there cameras everywhere? And why have so many gruesome crimes occurred throughout the years? When one of the neighbors turn up dead, Rosie must get to the truth about the Windermere before she too falls under a dangerous spell. Wow, so I did start reading this book, guys, but I did not read the synopsis of this book. I kind of like reading the synopsis of a book that I'm reading when I'm actually with you guys. So, and also I love going in blind reading a book, especially a thriller. So guys, let's get into this book. Let's try to annotate in this book. We're out here at the park and it looks like it's gonna rain, so I don't know how much of reading I will get done here at the park. But I love coming to the rose garden here, and I love sitting and reading a book out here. The weather is fall-like weather, y'all. There's no sun, there's a little bit of wind, but it's not too hot and it's not too cold. So great time to get outside and read a book, even if you're going somewhere to read a book or if you're reading a book outside in your yard. So guys, let's get into the new couple in 5B, and let's see how many pages we can get done today, because today is the last day of this vlog. So let's start reading.
Boy, everybody told me you could be whatever you wanna be. So I told myself I'ma be a singer, I'ma play on the keys. I can do whatever I want if I just believe, yeah. But then over the years, everybody's telling me to find a career, and I'll be rolling my eyes, thinking I'll be alright with my guitar by my side. But now it's like 55 quid for my phone bill and a tenner for my bus pass too. I wish I could go back and tell myself that life is gonna hit you hard. They say money won't buy you happiness, but being broke really ain't a good time. So all I want is just to get paid. I know I ain't ashamed of trying to make a wage, no. Money, 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 money makes the world go round. I need money, 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 money. Money got me feeling down. They said go and chase your dreams, but never told me that I have to wake up. I gotta pay to breathe. Why are we romanticizing, working 9 to 5 and stifling our dreams? They tell me think about the future, yeah, but what if I don't even make it there? I don't wanna be worrying about that, but that's been where my mind. Cause now it's like 55 quid for my phone bill and a tenner for my bus pass too. I wish I could go back and tell myself that life is gonna hit you hard. They say money won't buy you happiness, but being broke really ain't a good time. So all I want is just to get paid. I know I ain't ashamed of trying to make a wage, no. Money, 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 money makes the world go round. I need money, 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 money. Money got me feeling down. They said go and chase your dreams, but never told me that I have to wake up. I need money, 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 money.
quick update. I am only in chapter 3 on page, what is this, 40? But they're like the sister, I think she was the sister of Chad. She was very upset about what was going on. And she had mentioned something in the beginning of the book. She was like, you better run while you can, Rosie, because you just don't know who you're married to. And then in the third chapter here, her Rosie's sister, she calls her obviously every now and then, and she kind of said the same thing but in a different way. She was like, I had a dream last night. She says, then voice soft, a bad one. And she said, it's about you. She continues, when I don't say anything. I dreamed you were trapped in a castle and that there was a monster drinking your blood, except you don't know it. He was drinking it slowly, little by little, taking it while you slept. And you were just wasting away, getting thinner and paler, weaker, until you couldn't even get out of bed. You couldn't even move to save yourself. So when I read that part, it immediately took me back to when Chad's sister or cousin, whichever one she was like, you don't know who you're married to. You need to run while you can. And then it was something else in here that is like just making me wonder, like, who is Chad? They, of course, they were about to move. And then they said, your husband, he called a couple of weeks ago after we asked if we could expedite the return of the deposit, then that you needed it to move into your new place. And so she was asking the person, like, when did he do this? And she said October the 5th. And that was just a few days after Ivan died. So, like, guys, I'm wondering, like, who is Chad? Like, did Chad do something to Ivan? Or, like, it's gotten me to the point of wondering, like, how did Ivan really die? So, like I said, guys, it's starting off, and this is just in chapter 2. So it's starting off really, really thrillish, and I love that. This is the first time that I'm actually reading a book by Lisa Unger. I have The Dollhouse on my Kindle by Lisa Unger, but I don't think that I have actually finished that book. And I have it on audio, so I really did not pay that much attention to that book. So now this has really gotten me to the point of, like, I want to read The Dollhouse now. I know that The Dollhouse is something similar to like what this storyline is. Like, it captured my attention from the very, very beginning. So since I'm reading this one, I must go back and reread The Dollhouse if I have actually read it or finished it or whatever. But yeah, y'all, I'm liking this book.
Makes the world go round. I need money, money.